4-piece from the previous pattern that I made on this channel. I think I posted some of them a few days ago. This is a 4-piece pattern, and to get it, what I did was I removed the shoulder dart and the waist dart, and then I just drew a line from this point all the way to the end. That way I have one piece and another piece, and that's how I got this one. So on the back as well, I measured my shoulder line, I got the midpoint, and I drew a line from there connecting to this, and then I drew a straight line down, and I took out these darts in the middle, and that's how I got the back pieces. So this right here is the front, center front, and this right here is the back, center back. This is a zipper allowance and back. I'm gonna go down by 1/2 inch right here, and then I'm gonna do the same thing on the back. Starting from this point right here, I'm gonna go down by 1/2 inch. And that's really all I'm gonna do. I want the neckline to be high, and it's gonna be like a moderate top, so I don't have to take off anything else. I went offline and I cut out my fabric. This is my shell fabric and this is my lining. I also used a white chalk to mark the wrong sides of my fabric on both lining and shell fabric so that I know which is which. I also notched my fabric, so if you look really closely, you're gonna see like tiny triangles. So I notched it on the bust line, the waistline, and the across back. That way, when I join my fabric together, there is no uneven hemline or uneven shoulder line. After joining my pieces together, I'm gonna join it at the shoulder. Stitch it on the shoulder. I put in a zipper in the back, so I'm gonna leave that open for now. And I'll do the same thing for the lining as well. I'll take this to my sewing machine and I'm gonna stitch it right here as well. After attaching my zipper to my shell fabric, I pinned down my lining onto the shell fabric around the neckline. So I'm gonna go sew this by 1/4 inch. So after attaching my lining to my shell fabric on the neckline, what I wanna do is go in this way. I'm gonna attach my lining to my fabric on the zipper side. But make sure that when you're attaching your lining to your shell fabric, that the right side of the lining touches the right side of the shell fabric. I'm gonna do it on the other side as well. So I closed my armhole off camera, and I'm gonna show you guys how I did that on this side. I'm gonna grab the lining with my left hand, and I'm gonna grab my shell fabric with my right hand. Then I'm gonna turn it around so that the right sides are touching. I'm gonna hold that together and pull it through my hem. Okay? So now I'm just gonna pin around the armhole. Okay, so now that I'm done with my armhole, I'm gonna go ahead with this one. So I stopped sewing about 1 inch below the zipper. So I'm just gonna do the same thing, and then I'm just gonna stitch that to about 2 inches below. And I'm gonna do the same thing with the lining. I'm gonna stitch that to about 2 inches below. Okay. So after stitching it, I took it to the ironing table and I ironed it. And now this is all that is left. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna match my front side to my front side by basically twisting it around, and then I'm gonna pin it and stitch it by 1/4 of an inch. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side as well. Pin it and stitch it by 1/4 of an inch. And we're gonna do that from where we stopped, from that 2-inch mark all the way down. So what I'm gonna do now is for the hem, I'm gonna just do the same thing where I make sure that the front side is touching the front side, and I just go and stitch it all the way around. When I get to the other end, I'm gonna stop about 3 inches, and then I'm gonna use a hand stitch to just finish it up, because I don't think I can use my sewing machine to do that.